What's going on, guys? It's Twintuitive 717. I'm going to dive right into messages from the masculine collective. I want to see where the masculines are at energetically on the journey. And how you guys will know if the reading resonates is you kind of feel it in your intuition in terms of where it is they're at. And just hearing it in the reading really confirms that that's what you've been picking up on and feeling. All right, so let's dive in. What's the masculine's current energy on the twin flame journey right now? What's the masculine's current energy on the twin flame journey? Universe, please allow these messages to find those who need clarity. Let's see what's happening with the masculines. Okay, so we have North Node, Cosmic and Purpose. Okay, I feel conflicted is the word that I'm getting, maybe with some of your masculines. Okay, we also have Party and External. They could be spending a lot of time maybe partying. Okay, spending a lot of time maybe gratifying their external desires. Okay, and the reason I say conflicted is because we also have North Node, Cosmic and Purpose here coming up. Okay, so they could be left with a feeling of worrying about something at the end of the day, but they may not know where that worry is coming from. A lot of them may resist the feeling of awakening, where I feel like the time that the masculine experiences awakening, and awakening I feel comes from a lot of the heartache on the journey that we experience, the dark night of the soul, maybe tower moments, something that makes us question who it is we are, why it is we do the things we do. I feel like the divine feminine, you could represent a part of your masculine's purpose here, okay? And I feel like they may be under a lot of confusion and illusions, okay? Neptune oftentimes represents it's like things you think that you want, or you may go after thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, or just from time to time throughout life you make mistakes. You make a mistake. But I feel like for your masculines, they keep feeling like they're making the same mistake. Like I see a lot of your masculines still trying to walk that path where they want to leave the external world behind, like that very 3D world that I feel like it takes from you. It really it takes from you, it exerts you, squandering your resources, your finances. I'm getting like a masculine where it's like all they do is work, and when the weekend comes, they party, and then they go to work sometimes on a Monday morning feeling really shitty and hungover. And so the illusion may be that this party lifestyle is what they want, but then when they wake up, when you're hungover and you feel like shit, that's when you really start contemplating life. And if it's a really bad hangover and you feel like you're gonna die, you might say things like, I'm never drinking ever again, like I need to get my shit together. That's how I feel. A lot of your masculines could be feeling like they're going through these cycles of really trying to pull away from that lifestyle of numbing themselves, okay? Because I feel like what the divine feminine represents with North Node and Cosmic and Purpose is it's a clean lifestyle, right? Because on the twin flame journey, you're forced to. And I'm not saying clean in the sense where you don't drink and you're living this holy and holier than thou lifestyle. I'm not saying that. I just mean that you have to be authentic, and you have to take care of yourself and your body, and you have to make decisions that come from the heart, right? Like taking care of yourself and your body and not abusing drugs or staying in these kinds of environments, even though it makes you feel super shitty. That's self-care, right? It's taking care of your body. It's being authentic with who it is you are. And I feel like a lot of your masculines could be struggling with that right now, because when they think of you, it's almost like this turn off, right? It's like you want to be with your divine feminine, but at the same time, if you're really caught up in this and it seems like it's fun, it's pleasurable, because pleasure too is one of those lower root chakra energies that we experience in the lower areas. So when it feels really good, it's hard to break away from, right? Because it brings in a lot of instant gratification and satisfaction. That could feel like, oh, I could do this forever, that's my purpose. But it oftentimes leaves your masculines feeling really empty. Like after the high wears off, they feel really shitty and empty, and they know that at the end of the day, these feelings, these emotions, thoughts of you, dreams of you, getting triggered by the life that you're living, for example, watching you maybe live a clean lifestyle, maybe, you're on top of your shit. You look healthy. That's what I'm feeling. You will look healthy to a masculine who on the low, on the weekends and shit like that, like they're not healthy. Many of you may not realize, like a lot of your masculines, because of this whole party lifestyle, the commitment to these types of contracts that really leave them in debt is what I'm hearing. It makes them squander a lot of resources living in this lifestyle. They get triggered. They get triggered by seeing you live the complete opposite life. And I feel like the opposite, like you notice that as well, where it's like, why would this masculine even come into your life? They're so opposite from you. It seems like it would take a lifetime for you to maybe adjust your differences to be together. But I feel like that's the illusion that keeps many of us stuck, is like waiting for some kind of romantic relationship to manifest out of this, right? So I think like right now, the divine feminine's eyes are being opened in terms of maybe your purpose. Like there's this big energy of like letting these divine masculines lay in the bed that they've made for themselves. I feel like open to receive here is coming up because of the lessons that they're learning right now. Open as well to the whole Twinflame Journey. Let's get some cards on the Twinflame Journey. What's the Twinflame Journey meant to do for the divine masculines? Why are they... Let's see what's coming up here on the floor. What do they think about the Twinflame Journey right now? Okay, so comfort zone, south node clinging. Okay, clinging to that lifestyle. That's why we have both of them coming up, North Node and Cosmic, along with South Node. The two opposite words here are purpose and clinging. Okay, I feel like, again, the Divine Feminine represents that choice in this lifetime to live in this clean or pure way versus the lifestyle that they may be clinging to, which is clinging to like the lower vibrational pleasures of life. Okay, this could be a divine masculine. That's an earth sign. You could be the earth sign here. That's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Ace represents a new beginning as well. Okay, so there could be a new beginning for someone who is the earth sign. It could be your masculines here that want the new beginning, because cosmic here, the energy of purpose, I feel like it's always going to linger as long as they've made contact with the divine feminine in this lifetime. Your energy is consistently going to linger with them in terms of this choice that they have, this path that they have. Okay, a lot of your masculines could be feeling isolated right now. It's probably because of this energy of confusion. Thoughts and isolation too kind of reminds me of that hungover energy I was telling you guys about, where in the morning when they wake up and they feel super shitty, they might wake up in the bed next to somebody where they're like, oh, fuck, or they might wake up where their health, it feels like really terrible. They might feel like in that moment, a lot of thoughts start coming to them rapidly. I need to get my shit together. I need to take better care of my health. I need to start saving my money. I can't be going out to like party and do drugs, and like shit is getting expensive. And it's like all I'm doing is stuck in the cycle of working to party, to spend, to right back to having nothing, to now have to go back to work so a lot of them are trying to escape. I feel like that cycle, like clinging to that cycle, clinging to temporary pleasures, and that feels good. It feels really easy, but they do end up paying a heavy price for it, I'm hearing, after they sober up. And that's when the path with the divine feminine starts seeming like it's attractive, because I feel like it's their soul speaking to them. Like energetically, I feel like a lot of your masculines, their soul, like energetically, has been feeling like really beat up. Okay, and it's because of the numbing and the avoidance is what I'm getting. Okay, a lot of them know that they need to have courage and take action and create beginnings. So the ace over here could be that your masculine is the one that's the earth sign. And for earth sign too, like stability is really important. So I get why your masculines might feel really shitty like after you sober up. If you're earth sign divine masculine, and when you sober up from a hangover, it hits you twice as hard, because stability is something that's really, really important for earth signs. Okay, so if a lot of you have masculines out here who they're not being as reliable or responsible for themselves as they should be, it's hitting them really hard, and I'm hearing the more they age, that is hitting them really hard as well. They're starting to realize that they need to take back control of their lives. We also have, with their rejection, loss, and fragmented, they're going to have to go through a little this, because that's that pull, right? Like when you go from north to south, it's like a painful pulling apart. I don't even know where that card went. Oh, here it is. I feel like it's a painful emotional process here of leaving behind what doesn't serve you and moving towards, again, this cleaner lifestyle. You're more present with yourself. You appear as more responsible. It's painful to give up habits as well. Like if your masculines have been drinking for a really long time, it might be painful to admit to themselves, like I need to stop drinking, or admit to themselves that they may need assistance or they may need help. Right? It's the whole twin flame journey I'm hearing right now it could be really triggering for your divine masculines, because again, it's really pulling them away from the bad habits. I'm hearing like really like their body is going through it. Their energetic body is going through it as well. They may feel really ill, like they don't have a lot of energy. Guys, if you are masculines, it doesn't matter if you're feminines, masculines, whatever, magnesium, take magnesium. Or talk to your doctor about it or whatever, but it's a supplement, and it's responsible for like well over, I think, 300 like functions in our body. I think enzymic functions in our body, where it's like literally like every single process in our body that our cells go through, like magnesium is part of that. So if you guys have been feeling really like sluggish, tired, aches and pains, you can't sleep, look into magnesium, okay? Especially for the divine masculines, because I am feeling a lot of this heavy energy coming from the masculine collective. But it's because ascension is painful. The recognition that you have on this twin flame journey, it's painful because it rips you apart from everything that you thought you knew. And I feel like a lot of your masculines could be coming into the realization that, hey, look, a lot of the choices I've been making just on my own without my divine feminine counterpart's influence, like it's not doing me any good. I feel worn down. A lot of your masculines could be young, but their body feels like it's elderly. Aches and pains everywhere. And it has nothing to do with them being overworked. Like I'm hearing deteriorating the body, running down the body, drugs, alcohol, junk food. It could even be like their immune system could be weak because they are, like if they're sexually active with like every, person not being responsible in that sense too. Like you take on people's energetic body as well. So that's why a lot of your masculines, they could just not be feeling very clear right now. Illusions, the energy of Neptune, needing to clean up shop when it comes to your energetic like self-care, including the people that you're spending time with, needs to be looked at right now. So if a lot of you have been feeling aches and pains, just kind of sick, fatigued, get out there in nature, let Mother Earth do its thing. But also look into supplements for your body, okay? You can find magnesium too in very green and leafy vegetables. So don't avoid your greens. I love me some collard greens, especially paired up with like, some warm biscuits or, some sweet potato, gosh, my Trinise coming out, sweet potato on the side, sauteed sweet potatoes. But, pair your leafy greens with like something a little bit sweeter, like plantains, fried or boiled plantains, or mashed sweet potato, cornbread, stuff like that. And it's not going to seem so bad to eat, but that's the way that you guys can maybe naturally get it in. If not, magnesium is really going to help you, okay? I know that's pretty random, but yeah. So yeah, guys, I feel like ultimately that is what's happening with the masculines. I want to get your energy as well, and see what's happening with you as to how it is you are progressing on the journey, okay? Because again, I do feel like your masculines could be triggered over the way that you are particularly living life, especially in those moments where they wake up and they're sobering up. Okay, so we have ego and vanity and pride, and we have twin flames. I feel like you do have your back turned to this masculine. You might be in your ego and your pride a little bit, where you're in your self-care. You're just taking care of yourself, because I do feel like that the tables are turning. Like a lot of the divine feminines could be like, you know what? Like, I told you so. So you want to make your bed like that, now go lay in it. That's the ego and pride I feel coming from the divine feminines, because I feel like a lot of you are clear that this is, the twin flame journey, and this is just how it goes. Twin flames and ego and pride combined tells me that many of the feminines who get this combination, you're feeling very detached. You're maybe very invested in self-care. You could be kind of, sticking it to your divine masculines energetically here. Because again, like when you guys kind of check in on their energy, you're seeing this stuff, but because it's your divine masculine and you're connected to them, a lot of you can feel the rundown energy as well. Many of you are protecting yourselves because look at her. Like, I feel like even if you guys are experiencing any kind of energetic attacks because of what your masculines may be going through, because you are connected to them. So that's how you guys can confirm that when they are doing this stuff or flashing this stuff and you feel the energetic body and how it feels, you know that they're not in alignment with what it is they want to be doing, right? They may engage in a lot of this stuff, but I guarantee you when they wake up the next morning, there's a lot of regret. So I feel like a lot of you are really letting them sit in a lot of that. And you kind of have your back turned. You're letting this whole twin flame thing unravel. Divine timing as well is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's get the masculine's best course of action with everything that they may be going through. Clinging to the old. What do they need to do? Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. They need more passion in their life, more creativity. The Knight of Wands, too, I feel like, is someone who's kind of sharp, They're not sloppy, so I feel like a lot of your masculines could, maybe use a lesson or two from this energy. They have themselves looking good, smelling good. They're sharp, they're passionate about life. Oftentimes, the Knight of Wands are getting started on projects that they want to do. They're not afraid to be creative, paint, sing, make music. Like I'm hearing like art, like if your masculines draw or if they do artwork or graffiti or they like to print stuff, like a lot of them have really put those things on the back burner to do things like this, right? Like when they work all week at maybe their regular job and they could be utilizing their weekends to get creative projects off the ground with the Knight of Wands energy, I feel like they stop themselves because now they're indulging in these lower vibrational things, like their artwork, their music. It could bring them pleasure, right? They can use that same money they're investing into these lower vibrational pleasures, bring it up to higher vibrational pleasures like creating. So now you're shifting that energy into the heart space. And then when you shift it into the heart space, it goes up to the throat. A lot of your masculines who may like to sing, express themselves. And then you take that up into the crown chakra area. But a lot of them, they're going to have to learn that lesson here, okay? We have the Four of Cups, and that kind of reminds me of heartbreak. I feel like they could be lost without you, going where the grass they thought was going to be greener, and it's just not. A lot of your masculines could be missing their creative energy as well, because the more substances they use, the more they surround themselves with other people's energy who are of that vibration as well, the harder it is to hear their heart. Okay, and I'm also feeling with the Ten of Wands that they need a change. They probably need to walk away from a situation that, it's hard to, but that it's not going to go away, that they need to move away from that, because I feel like with your energy there, when they sober up, they might look at your pictures, they might check in on you and see what you're doing. A lot of you may not realize that your masculines stay away from you because you're just too clean. You're too clean and too pure, and now you're going to push them out of this, lifestyle that they find pleasurable. But the more you two connect as twin flames, I feel like the more that they're going to see that the lifestyle they're living, like, it's not pleasurable. It's just, it's tiresome. It drains the energetic body. Okay. Whereas I feel like whatever it is you're doing, they can't explain why it is they're so drawn to you and watching you. For some of you at this time, like, oh gosh, what a beautiful bird. Oh my goodness. See, Maggie Lee, this is why I can't have you guys going on the porch without supervision. A bird could take you and take you up to your nest, and try to feed your family, I told my dad that. My dad's like, I don't think those birds would do that. Like, I think there's like what hawks and falcons out here, but I was more thinking like an eagle. It's like one day they're out on the balcony and they get spotted. The eagle's like, and picks her up. Oh my god, guys, that would be like my worst nightmare. Anyway, yeah, but anyways, so yeah, there's definitely something about the way that you're living and they're triggered by it. What I was going to say is sometimes, like right now, the chemistry, the romance, like it has nothing to do sometimes with your masculines keeping an eye on you, watching you. Sometimes they might watch you and they might feel so triggered that it's like they don't like you. They don't like you. They don't like the fact that it's like, oh, look at you, Miss Perfect. you know, Mr. Perfect. That's how they see you at this time. That's the vibe and energy I get. But the thing that's so triggering about seeing you this way is that they have the same energy. They have the same energy to be doing those things. And you, your energy, Divine Feminine, you keep bringing this up in them. You keep bringing up that cosmic North Node purpose, which is to remember themselves again. I feel like when your masculines are off in this energy, they're numbing themselves. They're not really there. They're not being intentional. Okay? And your energy reminds them to be intentional. Okay? So, I don't know who this was for, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, okay? Bye!